In this video, I will show you how to convert a C language program into a C++ program. So already we have seen all the functions performed on an array. I will use that same code and I will transform it into a C++ class. Let us go next. And this is array CPP. Project name I am giving it as array CPP. And the language I will select it as C++. Next, it's created. And this is the main function. I'll copy the complete program what we have written for C language. That same program I will copy it here and I will modify it to make it as a C++ program. So I will remove this main function. I will copy and paste that program here. Yes, I have a complete C language program we have written. I'll explain you this program first. See, we have defined this structure for an array containing a pointer for pointing on an array, dynamic array, and the size and the length. These are the data members of a structure array. Then we have written various functions on this array. All those function prototypes are available here. I have written their prototype, and followed by that, these functions definitions are available. See, all these functions we have written. And finally, I have written a main function at the end, that is menu driven main function I have written. Here is a main function. So the same program I am using it, I will modify it as a program for C++. So I will convert it into a class. So one important thing is C language programs are more related to the logic or the procedures. So already we have all these procedures. Then C++ is more related to designing or organizing the code. So the same code we will organize it using C++. So here I will start making changes. First of all, instead of struct, I will say class. This is a class array. And class array is having a pointer, that is definitely I need a pointer, and a size of an array and the length. Yes, we need all these things. And these are data members. So I should make them as private. All these are private. Then inside a class, we will have data members and the functions. And the functions, we usually make them as public. Yes, I made it public. And the first type of functions that we write is a constructor for an array. So I will write down a constructor function, that is non-parameterized constructor I will write. In this constructor, let us set the size of an array as minimum 10. So by default, the size of an array is 10. See, I don't have to use any membership operation now because this is inside a class only, so I can directly say size. And length is 0 initially because there are no elements. Then this array, I should create it dynamically. So I should say new int of size. So size already I have made it as 10. This is a non-parameterized constructor. And next, I will also write a parameterized constructor which will take size. So I will give the variable name as sz. And I will do all these things here also. Same thing I will do here. See, instead of 10, I have to set the size as sz. That's all. This is a parameterized constructor. Then also I should have a destructor. So I will write a destructor for an array. Because here we are using dynamic memory, so I should delete that memory, delete A. As it is an array, I should use subscript operator. That's all. Constructors and destructors are ready. Now I should write all these functions inside this class. So simply I will include the prototype of all these functions inside the class. So I will remove this closing bracket of a class. Watch it here. This I am removing. Now these functions are inside the class now. All these are class members. Then at the end here, end of all these functions, I'll give a closing bracket of a class. Yes, this is a closing bracket of a class. That's it. All these functions are inside the class now. All these are members of this class. Now I have to modify these functions, bring some changes in them. So I will change all these functions one by one. First, let us see display function. It is taking an array as an object of type structure. So it doesn't have to take, because it is already there inside a class array. It can directly access these members. It doesn't need any parameter. So yes, it means all these function doesn't need any parameter. Yes, this doesn't need any parameter of type structure array that we were passing. We don't have to pass it. They can directly access it. Then coming to the swap function, see this swap function, we have written it for using them inside another function. So it is not available globally. So I will make this function as private. This is a local function. This is useful only within a class and is useful for other functions. So I will make it as private. It is inside the private block now. Then linear search, I don't have to send array. I should only send a key. Then the parameter for binary search, it doesn't need an array. It needs only a key. Then get function, this doesn't need any array as an object. So all these doesn't need array as a parameter. They need other parameters like set. We need the index and the value. Finding maximum. Whose maximum? The same array's maximum. It is inside this array class only. This is inside this array class. Whose maximum? This array is maximum. So we don't have to pass any parameter as an array. So all these are removed. Now coming to merge, union and intersection, they are taking two parameters, but here it should take just one parameter. Second array it should take, so I don't have to write struct for that. Remove struct, and here also return type remove struct, because it's a class. For a class you don't have to write a class or a struct anything there. Just a class name is sufficient. They all should take only one parameter. That is the second array. First array, it is itself. So I'll remove this first parameter. Yes, all these functions became members of a class. These are all members of a class now. So they can directly access this array. Now outside the class, I should implement all these functions. So for implementing all these functions, I should write down class name and scope resolution and the function name. This I should add it before every function. And the changes what I have done is this array object should be removed, right? Then when accessing, I should directly say length. I don't have to say arr dot. I don't have to say arr dot. That's all. This function is changed. I will change few functions. Rest of them you can do it by yourself. That is easy. Remove this array parameter because it's not taking, and scope resolution, this is belonging to a class. Then for length, don't say arr's length, just say length, and just say size because it is inside the class itself. And here don't say arr dot operator. We don't need anything. Then insert function doesn't need array object as parameter, and whatever the members are, it can access them directly because it's a member function now. Yes, I have modified this insert function by removing the array as parameter and directly accessing the members. I will do the same thing for rest of them also. I have modified all the functions. Now it's coming to merge function. Merge function, it's taking two parameters. So here I should remove only one parameter. Second parameter is mandatory because it's going to merge two arrays. First array is itself and the second array we have to pass it as parameter, and it need not be a call by address. Then here for creating an array, I should use new operator for creating an object. Say new array, and I will call the parameter as constructor. The merge array size should be same as length of a first array, that is this array itself, and the length of second array. This is the change. Now for accessing first array members, I don't have to use any operator, that is membership operator. For the second array, I should have membership operator. I made it by value, so it should be dot. It should not be an arrow. And for third array, it should be as it is. This I will remove. Then second array, it should be dot. Third array, it should be arrow because it's a pointer. I have taken a pointer. Then first array, I have modified it. Then this one, remove this membership. Then this is dot operator. This is also dot. Yes, so again this array should be removed. And this should be dot. And don't have to set the size. Already I have given the size. That's all. Now similarly, I will modify union, intersection, and difference also. Now coming to the main function. Inside the main function, I should create an array object. So I will make it as a pointer. And when I know the size, here I will create an array object by passing size as a parameter. So in this line, I'll be creating array object arr1 assign new array, and whatever the size is given here. Then inside the main function, I will take one more variable, that is as a z for the size. Then here, when taking the array size, I should take as z. And dynamically, I should create an object now. arr1 assign new array of given size. Yes. That's it. I don't have to initialize anything. Now the menu options, if you look at, then every function I should call it with arr1 dot insert. I don't have to pass this array, but it has become a member, so I should say dot. So this array parameter I should remove, and here delete I should say arr1 dot. Then linear search arr1 dot. This array parameter that was passed should be removed. Then arr1 dot sum, and array parameter I should remove. Now sum came inside array1 object, right? So this is arr1 dot display. So that's all. I have modified everything inside the program. Now you can see that this has become a C++ program. So I have also changed the printf and scanf functions and made them as scene and couts. So completely C++ code. Now let us see, are there any errors, anything I missed? I have actually changed the preferences in this Xcode option, that is show live issues. I have checked this one. Now let us go through this. Let us run the program. Yeah, program is running. It's asking for the size of an array. I'll give the size as 10. Now first option, I will select insert an element. I want to insert a 3 at index 0. Then enter the choice. Once again, I will insert an element, that is 5 at index 1. Then I will display the elements. So you can see here that 2 elements are there in a list, that is in an array, that is 3 and 5. I'll insert few more elements. Insert 9 at index 2. Then once again insert 8 at index 0. Let us display this list. See, 8 is inserted in the beginning, that is at index 0. Then we have 3, 5 and 9. Here are the elements displayed. Now let us display 5. 5 is at index 2. So I will select the option, that is delete. Option is 2. Then index, I'll give it as 2. Then let us display the list once again. Now the list is 8, 3 and 9. 5 is gone. Let me call the function sum and see the result of adding all these numbers. Yes, sum is 20. So that's it. Like this you can create a menu and try all the operations of an array. I am trying only few operations here, though I have written a lot of operations inside a C++ class. This is how we have learned how to convert a C language program into C++ program.